Tune in now to the hottest sports podcast, 910 Sports. 910 Sports. We discuss the latest topics in sports, interview the athletes from all over the country, known and unknown, while spotlighting the youth of today and tomorrow with host Icon E, Mr. Personality Jacob the Great, Crystal, a.k.a. Miss Wildfire, KB the Amazing, and Steve O, a.k.a. Mr. All Everything Georgia.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. We here on 910 Sports Reloaded, episode 18. I want to thank God for another opportunity to be here tonight or whatever. And I want to thank all my co-hosts for being on here. My man Steve O, Mr. Georgia, everything. My girl Crystal, a.k.a. Miss Wildfire. And my man KB the Amazing, Mr. Texas out there. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Florida. You know what I'm saying, or whatever in the building. So, what's up, people?
Can't call another beautiful evening.
Okay. So what y'all? So I see y'all be like chopping it up all week on a little chat and everything. So, you know what I'm saying. So I want one of y'all to start off this week. I want y'all to tell me what's the major topic this week to be talked about. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, we got Deshaun. They done popped up. Another woman done popped up on Deshaun Watson.
Giving details too, bro.
Hey man, it's like so he ain't cut the check for somebody.
Yeah. Hey, I guess she said she just wants something. She wants part of the action too. I'm guessing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. It's kind of, I mean, my thing, man, I just figured, I just think they need to figure something out. You know, if they're going to suspend the man, what they're going to do with him, how they going to play this thing out. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, I mean, Cleveland gave him $230 million, so they're going to have to figure out something. But I did hear, I forgot, what's my man name this morning? I was listening to, I forgot the NFL analyst guy this morning. I think he was on Colin Cowherd, and he said that they basically gonna make a decision. He said he would be I
think Icon cut out.
Yeah, I think Icon. But yeah, man, it's just
you think about this case and this stuff going on. Crystal, do you think he gonna play this year?
I don't know. I really don't. Because like, if he don't play this year, he just lose $1 million, right? Isn't that the way his contract set up?
Yeah, his salary set up. His base salary this year is $1 million. That's correct. Yeah.
And they're not gonna count that he set out last year, though.
I don't think so.
And that's the thing, Crystal. That's what I don't like, because I'm like, the man set out last year, and nobody's talking about that. Like, it wasn't like it was his option or whatever, or his doing that he sat out. They basically sat him down. Houston did. You know what I'm saying? He had no say so in that. So it's almost like, to me, it's almost like when you go to jail and you sit in jail for a year and a half waiting your trial, and they count that as time served.
Right.
So I think it's the same. It's the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? They basically, you know what I'm saying, had the man locked up, and that should have been like time served, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. That's the way I look at it. So I mean, at the end of the day, Houston made that decision. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Watson, like, well, just let me sit out until y'all make a decision. No, Houston did that. So that you know what I'm saying? So and Roger Goodell sat back and didn't say a word about it. So if I was him, and they said like he can, like they said if they give him 8 games, he can appeal it. And I'm pretty sure that's what his lawyer, whatever, or who the union gonna say is that basically y'all made this man sit out a whole year. Why y'all repunishing him? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like he shouldn't get no time at this point unless if it ain't no criminal time or no, the civil suit stuff. If it ain't criminal, then I don't think that he should get any time, especially when he haven't even been convicted of anything yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true, because you look at civil cases and you have these NFL players that get sued by these car dealerships and get sued by these jewelry companies. I guess you can't say that, they stealing from them people and then turn around and look at it. I guess it's different when you're dealing with woman abuse and women abuse and it's 23 women saying the same thing. You know what I mean? That's a little bit different magnitude of what we're talking about. I mean, if it was 5 women, 3 women, okay, maybe, but 23?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, he do look mad guilty. Don't get me wrong. He looked mad guilty, but at the same time, you still got to prove it. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta prove that he did something or convict him of something. Because they basically saying if he gets suspended the 8 games or whatever before the season start or before they actually come up with a decision, that it goes against everything that they talked about in the agreement the agreement when they signed that new deal or whatever. Part of that whole suspension thing, like basically, I guess it's more so what I'm saying, like you can't suspend a play until a decision's been made. So he would like be the first player under those new rules that they came up with that would get suspended before he actually supposed to be suspended. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, then they're going to get sued if they do that. So they better not do that.
Exactly. So that's why I said, and that's why they were saying it may even be a possibility where they basically don't even suspend them at all. Like they basically that's what I wish I remember the guy that was on there this morning, but he was basically saying that this morning that it's a possibility that he may not even get sued at all. I mean, suspended at all. So you know what I mean. But anyway, I heard y'all talking about Kyrie Irving, whether or not Nets gonna keep him or trade him. I've been seeing all kind of different scenarios from, because we get the rumors all week about him possibly going to play with LeBron and, different swaps here and there. My thing, I'm with what Crystal was saying before we got online. I would just, I'll give him a 1-2 year deal, maybe a 2-year deal plus a player option after the 2nd year or something like that. Because I know they were saying something about doing a sign and trade for him and Russell Westbrook, but going to KD and basically saying he's not going to really play or whatever. We're going to end up, letting him go, or he may play up until like the All-Star break, and then we'll figure it out after the All-Star break. So, you know what I mean? It could be one of those type of situations or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but I wouldn't give him no long-term deal. Definitely not. Definitely wouldn't give him a long-term deal.
I don't see KD signing off on that one.
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't see him getting back with Westbrook. I mean, honestly, I don't think it would be a bad fit per se if Westbrook, you know what I'm saying? Because he's more of a shooter type thing. The lane would be open for him. But, I mean, I just don't see KD going down that road again. Like, he just left his old homeboy, OKC3, to sign up on another one.
Right. No.
You said they did what now?
I said he just had a nightmare with one of his OKC trio. I don't know if he in a rush to get to the old one. You know what I'm saying? To another one.
Yeah. Now, it's funny you say that because I was watching the whole thing, the so-called beef, which I don't know why they call it a beef, but his whole thing with him and Draymond or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guess they little back and forth banter about, what he when Draymond was basically saying that Kyrie Irving was not Kyrie Irving, but Steph Curry was double teamed 7 times more in those 2 years they won a championship than Durant was, and Durant was like, that's 100% wrong or whatever. And then, I guess that Draymond comes back and says, well, dude, if you listen to the whole entire thing I was saying and not just a clip or a snippet, you'll understand what I was trying to say. He was like, I get what you were trying to say, but I still feel like you was wrong about that part. So whatever. So and it's kind of like, it's like one of those things where I guess Draymond trying to take up for his boy, and people looking at like he trying to bash KD, and I don't think that's what he was really doing. He was just saying that basically KD, that Steph Curry numbers could have been better if he wasn't getting double teamed as much. That's basically what he was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But like, boy, that KD boy, that joker don't let nothing go, boy.
Oh no, you say something, KD, he gonna say something back. You better believe that.
Just like, man, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? All the time. You know, especially something like that. I don't even think that was even worth really coming back on, bro. You won both MVPs, so you prove who you was in that series. So I don't really feel like, to me, I would be more upset at the fact of people talking about what he got going through now than what he did in 17 and 18. You proved yourself then, so what you keep going back and forth about that for?
Because it didn't prove what he wanted it to prove. That's why. But that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, now, so like it's two things. The Curry, of course, Curry's in the finals, so they're acting like the only thing he's missing is a Finals MVP, right? And of course, along if he wins the championship, that makes him have 4.
Yeah.
But anytime he wins now, it's like KD. It kind of takes away from KD. That's how the media portrays it. So KD is gonna stand up for himself because that's just what he does. And then the other part is to take away from Bron. So if they don't elevate Curry to take away from LeBron, then they elevate Curry and it takes away from KD. Yeah. And so what Draymond was saying was obviously he's gonna defend Curry, and Draymond and KD are friends. Because they go, they've been on each other's podcasts and all this stuff or whatever. So I don't think it was no beef like that. So, but he was double teamed though. Like Curry was double teamed. They showed all the footage. They showed all the numbers in the finals. KB, I think you said that in the thing, saying he don't want to be doubled or whatever. But I wasn't talking specifically about the finals because that's the way Ty Lue specifically played them. And some other players played them. I mean, some other teams played them like that too, but they played them to say, let me take Curry away and let KD do what he does. But you still lost. So that wasn't the right game plan. It wasn't the right game plan.
Ain't no way you're stopping them boys, man.
Yeah, but really KD just didn't get what he thought he was going to get out of going to get them 2 rings. And the Warrior fans don't give him the praise that, because I think they would have lost to LeBron again. Maybe they would have split the last 2 times, 17, 18, but I think the Cavs would have got one of them.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But with KD, there was no way for them to get it. You just couldn't do it. He was too good. And I just think it didn't elevate like he thought it was. They still question him. You got KB still calling the man soft. So it just didn't do what it was supposed to do. So that's why he defends himself whenever the Warriors come up.
And it make what's the name? Kyrie Irving make him look real bad too, because at the fact, that the Boston team is in the finals too. So both these players come together, and both the teams that they was on, people been talking about that too. Both of them in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So both of them kind of like got something to prove. So I feel like to me, I'll put it like this. I feel like if Kyrie Irving, if this is not enough for him next year to really come motivated back and play with some kind of like vindication or whatever, to see that, to say, we're going to go all in and try to get to the finals because of this alone. And then I don't see, like, to me, that's what if I was the Nets, that's why I would say I give maybe even do a 1+1. Let's just see next year if he comes back like on a mission and just tears it up, and then they at least, even if they don't get to the finals, even if he's just committed all year long to try to get to the finals. Let's just say they get to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose, but KD and Kyrie Irving is both there the whole year. Then I would say, okay, yeah, maybe give them a long-term deal if he showed that kind of commitment. But if he's gonna be, because it's not even about just him not just being there. He may do something, be all standoffish in the locker room with his teammates, or because you know how you go to work and you don't like being at work, so you don't talk to nobody no more. You just show up every day. You know what I mean? He might get to that point where he show up every day, but then don't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? They said that's how he got involved. That's how he was in Boston. Like he would be there, but he wouldn't really be there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just kind of hard to say with him, man. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
I'm not gonna put my trust in because any little thing can trigger him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I would get what you can for him.
You said what now?
I would say get what you can for him, but it's like one of those things to where you playing that let KD be a GM thing that they be doing with LeBron, and they kind of put themselves in a certain predicament because nobody expected Kyrie to do what he did this year as far as just being the personality that he is. So now you told KD he can have his boy, and what I'm saying, we'll give you what you want. You have your boy, but your boy ain't doing what he's supposed to do. So now do you get rid of Kyrie and risk losing KD, or do you just keep the headache to keep the golden ticket? They put themselves in the spot with that one, man.
Yeah. I agree. So basically, what do y'all see this final? Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of going back and forth about this finals. Like I can't. This is probably the first time in one of these championships between the Georgia and Alabama, between Final Four, all these. It's just probably like other past NBA finals. This is probably the first one. I'm just kind of like it's a toss up. I can't even. I'm still trying to figure out who to go with. You know what I'm saying? Because I can make arguments from both sides. Boston is a little bit bigger team, so rebounding, they have to definitely win the rebounding battle because they are the bigger team. So it's imperative that they win the rebounding battle. Definitely got to slow down the turnovers, even though Golden State is kind of a high turnover team at times too. But it's just, to me, I think it's just almost like, because I feel like it's gonna go 6 or 7. If it goes 6 or 7, it's just what best player is gonna pose their will and who's gonna come along. Is it gonna be Klay Thompson? Is Klay Thompson gonna look like the Klay of he looked like a couple of times during the playoffs, but he has had a few games where he just kind of like just didn't have it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Is Jordan Poole gonna do his thing? Is Jaylen Brown gonna do something? Is Grant Williams gonna have a big game? Al Horford, Big Al, is he going to give you one of those 20, 25-point games? So it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy series because it's like I feel like either team can win. And then you always know these type of series, if it go long, a key player could get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know in this series what's going to happen. So what y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I think.
Well, I got Golden State.
Go ahead, Crystal.
Well, I picked Golden State, but I mean, I really hope Boston somehow finds a way to win. But I pick them because they have about the same star power, if you think about it. Well, Golden State may have a little more star power, actually, but but Boston they got 2 stars too, so the talent is there, but Golden State has won at least 2 series off experience. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like they are obviously they're good, but like they just outlasted like a Memphis. You know what I'm saying? They outsmarted them because they got experience and they've been there before. The same with the Mavericks. Same thing. Like it's like they just outsmart you because they have the experience and you don't. And whereas Boston is a little more tested, I understand they battle tested. They didn't, had heartbreaks and everything, but they still ain't never touched no finals. And the turnovers, the way they turn the ball over against Miami, you cannot do that against Golden State because Golden State scores off turnovers, and they don't just score regular. They hit daggers that embarrass you. Curry hits daggers that embarrass you. and then dances on you, then does gimmicks with putting you to sleep and he shimmies and all kind of stuff. And it just takes your morale. So but they can't turn the ball over. And I think Jason Tatum and Brown got to be on together. Not one of them had a great game and the other one, kind of struggled. But I think both of them have to have a great game.
Yeah. Because think about with Jaylen Brown, he seems to turn the ball over at a high rate.
Like he can't dribble or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be kind of weird sometimes when it's like when he start turning, and it's just like with him, if he start turning the ball early in the game, he can't stop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
If he
saying?
get 3, then he gonna go ahead and get 7.
Exactly. So it's like it's kind of weird with him. It's like, bro, is your head not in the game? And because I ain't gonna lie, when last week the game was like, I think it was the night after the shooting, and I'm like, because I know how much he's in the community and kind of that kind of stuff. Like he really into that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, is he kind of like thinking about that? Like, is that on his mind? Because he just seemed like he just out of it. I think it was in game. Was it game 5, game 6? Because I think that's the game they lost, or whatever. And I think it was game 5. But I was just like, he just seemed like he just out of it because he just kept turning the ball over. And I'm like, bro, what is you doing? He kept trying to go through double teams, and he just was like, I'm like, he's like, you, bro, you doing too. Now, this is what bothers me about Boston more than anything, and I told y'all this last week. I love Marcus Smart. I love the way his intensity, the way he plays defense, the bulldog in him. But when he stop thinking he a superstar and quit thinking he's Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, bruh, it's the reason why you open every time. Like, quit shooting them threes every single time. Like, at least drive to the basket. Like he almost cost him the game by himself with all them bad shots he was taking. I was like, bro, please stop shooting the ball.
Yeah.
So,
But then it was weird because that did happen, like you said. It kept the crazy shots he was taking kept Miami in the game. But then he started making some of the crazy shots when they had no offense going. So he also was the reason that they were up. It was like really ridiculous because you like, why are you even taking these shots? But then sometimes he hitting them, so he gonna make you come out on them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think their defense is going to be able to keep up with the Warriors, man. They may get like a game, maybe 2, but I don't think especially when you got Klay and Steph, if they do what they do, and then you have Andrew Wiggins who maybe pop a game, and then Poole who pop a game, and you know what I'm saying? Like once you get that bench going and a big man, like once that wave start going,
yeah,
you're not gonna be able to stop it. I don't care. Marcus Smart can't guard everybody, and no matter what, they can get it to somebody behind that 3-point line that's going to get buckets. And if they don't shoot the 3, you got Wiggins driving to the basket, and it's just.
And they moving the ball.
Firepower. Yeah, I don't think because they do great shooting, but they also do great driving and moving the ball.
Right, which is why how they get the great shots to begin with. It's because they moving the ball.
I would like to say on record why Icon got that shirt on again. It is so good to hear y'all talk good about a Duke player like Jason Tatum.
We didn't really say too much about him though.
We ain't saying that, but we ain't really. Nah, we didn't say that much, though.
Mentioned Jason Tatum cooking, so I'm happy with that. With the shirt he got on.
Hey, how do you feel when they you saw the text? He texted Kobe and was like,
I thought it was lame.
This for you.
I thought it was lame.
Somebody was like, it was a meme. Somebody was like, Kobe would have said, "Don't say shit. You ain't get the job done yet."
Yeah.
and then they did one that said, "Go to State in 5."
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because I'm probably petty. Y'all know I'm a little petty anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jacob called me Stephen A. Smith Jr. because he said I'm petty. But I was watching after they won the game. I was like, okay, I know Golden State done won more, but look at the 2 celebrations. Golden State just kind of like smiled and had a little moment. Boston Celtics look like acting like they already won the whole thing.
Like
that experience, man.
They're like Phoenix was last year. They all doing parades and
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that right there, a telltale sign. But I'm gonna say this though, I think the key to the series too is Peyton Pritchard and Derek White. If they can kind of, because Derek White been kind of balling low key the last couple of games, few
Last
games.
2 games, yeah, he has.
So if them two can give them
Not Pritchard,
something,
though.
well, not Pritchard, but like I said, if he can show up, and hit a few big shots here and there, and Derek White could keep putting the pressure on them. Because think about it is too, Golden State is kind of like one of them situations where Curtis Clay is not what he used to be defensively right now. He could get it back next year. Andrew Wiggins is kind of like, him. He's they wing defender. Draymond Green, he's great, but he's not Draymond like he used to be Draymond. But so they kind of, if they can get some of them other players, the wing players, to show up and keep putting pressure on them, that's going to be the key.
Yeah.
Those two, I think those two players is the biggest key. And if, like I said, if Grant Williams can start hitting his shots again, because he wasn't hitting his shots in this series like he was in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So if he can start hitting some of them outside three, because he get a lot of open looks. You know what I'm saying?
He does. That's true. I think the key for Boston might be Robert Williams and whatever they can do on the inside. Like, can they, like you said earlier about rebounding? I think you said that.
Yeah.
That they're bigger, but they're bigger. If they can use their size to, to get the rebounds and finish around the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I know Robert Williams still kind of hurt though, but like if Al Horford can do the rebound defense, make that little swing three. He make that three at the top of the key. I think they got a chance. It's a chance,
Because you got to think too. You got to think. Go ahead.
I think Draymond can match up well with Al Horford or any of the bigs they got, except for Robert Williams.
Not Williams.
Williams should be able to actually get a lot of lob passes in this thing. Baskets. I really do see that. So I should be a good series. And
that's the thing too. That's the thing too, Steve. So because this series, Draymond Green kind of worried about more than one big. Last series, he just had to really worry about Adebayo. You know what I'm saying? And Adebayo really wasn't attacking and being aggressive like he should have been most of the time. Whereas Robert Williams is always active, Al Horford is always looking for that outside shot, and Draymond Green plays aggressive defense. So if they can get him in foul trouble, as much as they can, that may have an impact on the series. If he starts getting in foul trouble with being aggressive, because Draymond Green to get in and try to block every shot, and try to take a charge, and he do a lot of reaching and stuff, and he get away with a lot of it. But just you just never know that maybe that one game or two games where he get in early foul trouble, or even late foul trouble, and that could swing a game here and there. You talking about
no, yeah, you talking about. Go ahead.
I'm saying Draymond Green trying to guard Al Horford and trying to guard Robert Williams, because last series, I'm gonna take that back. I meant to say not Adebayo. He was guarding Dallas. He didn't really have who did he have? Dwight Powell.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So he wasn't being aggressive. So last series, who did he have to guard? You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green didn't have to guard nobody. He kind of really took the series off. He could just kind of anchor the paint. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was getting all those shots and had all that energy. But this series, he has to actually guard people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna be big. And because Denver, his sole thing was pretty much guarding Jokic. That was his main thing, or whatever. So I just think that this next series, and I think, put it like this, I'm starting to really feel like if Ja Morant wouldn't have got hurt, Memphis might have won that series, because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, like they was taking it to Draymond Green in that series. You know what I'm saying? Draymond was not an easy series for Draymond at all in that series. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So my thing is I just got to see game one. Once I see game one, then that maybe give me a better understanding of. I don't never really like. I don't go all crazy like certain like NBA analysts when they the next morning when Skip and Shannon and Stephen A. and all them go crazy after game one or whatever. Oh, the series over with. Oh, this such gonna win it 4. You're going at 5. Nah, I let like 2 games play out. So once game 1 and game, even if it's 0-2, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. This real talk. This on everything I love. Back in 06, when Miami played Dallas, and Dallas went up 2-0 against Miami. When I was at work, and I told people then, I said, Miami can still win this series. And they looking at me like, what you mean? And I said, they said, they down 0-2. I said, I'm telling y'all, Miami not losing the series because Dallas better than them. They're losing the series because they're not playing. It's like they playing scared or whatever. I said, if Miami come out and blow them out in game 3, they're going to win this series. And it's sure enough that game 3, I think that's when they came out and they blew them out or whatever. And that's when Dwayne Wade started he had that first big game out of the 4 that he took over for the next 4 games, which I'm still scratching my head how they just could never figure him out for 4 games. Like they didn't do nothing at all to try to figure him out for the 4 games. He completely dominated 4 straight games. Like pretty much he basically won 4 straight games by himself. That was like the craziest finals I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think even if let's just say Boston is down. Well, if Boston go down 0-2, but especially if they lose nail biters, they lose them type of games where it's like one of them games where it's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, like basically, man, we should have won that one. Then they might be over with. But if Golden State go down 0-2, I think they could still come back just because of their championship pedigree, and it depends on how they lose. So I just think I just feel like this depends on how the games go. Then I can really give a real assessment of what we looking at.
Feel like it ain't a series till the home team lose.
Yeah. And the thing about with Boston has actually been bet on the road throughout the playoffs. So it's not like the Boston won what? 2 closeout games on the road. So so they definitely can go to Golden State. And I was listening to this guy. He was on I was listening to Sirius XM yesterday, and this guy called into one of the shows, and he made a good point. They was asking who had a better home court advantage, Boston or Golden State. He said he feel like Boston. He said because he went to a Boston game early this year, and he said it was crazy. It was off the chain. He said ever since Golden State switched stadiums, he said it's like the type of crowd they get is different. He said before they used to get like true Golden State Bay fans or whatever. He said most of the fans now are fans that started cheering for the Golden State once like KD got there or whatever and started winning. So a lot of them are not authentic fans. He said a lot of those fans carried over to the Chase Center. So like when the games now, they just there. They're not into it. They just there because they just like always want to see these teams play, but they're not really true fans like the ones that was there, for years at the Oracle. So he said he felt like that Boston maybe have an advantage there because they have like diehard true fans. You know what I mean? So, so I don't know.
We can't tell over the TV because Golden State is loud from over the TV. They just as loud as they've been, and they get up when Steph do that 3 in the corner and turn around and look before it go in.
No. It's funny too because I was in the Uber last week with this older white lady. I was actually in what part of San Francisco? We was in not San Francisco. Yeah, it was. I think it was San Francisco. We was in San Francisco, and then it was a lady. She was an Uber driver, and we was talking about Steph and how Steph, like, basically he's like low key cocky. And I've always told people this. I said I like Steph, but Steph will troll you, and Steph do stuff on that court. I said when he be doing all that front running and jumping around and hopping around and doing all that kind of, whatever antics. I said because he little baby face assassin and everybody think he's so cute and cuddly. and they kind of always let it slide. I said, but other players, they got certain players do it. That's not Steph. People got something to say. So I said,
Patrick Beverly shouldn't be out there doing that. I agree.
Well, yeah, but we talking about Patrick
But
Beverly.
what about when John Morant does it though?
Exactly.
God don't look like Steph. He ain't like Steph.
I can't believe you said Patrick Beverly. I'm gonna get on you like you got on me last week when I said that comment about Patrick Beverly. Nah, we about to do no Patrick Beverly now. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Beverly be doing the most, but you know what I mean. But he said Patrick Beverly. Nah, but
It's that image, man. He built that All-American cookie cutter image, man, and you can't. He got the look for it. He got the attitude. Got the family. It's everything fits that to where he would literally have to be caught with the gun smoking, him standing over the body, hands covered in blood with an ID video. Like he would, like he ain't ever gonna get the bad view of anything he does. Nobody's ever gonna assume anything bad. They're like, oh, look at him, he just joking around. Look how fun and energetic he is, and that's how I always be. It'll forever be
fun.
Mm-hmm.
He just put him to sleep, sir.
Loves the game.
Right.
Night routine after he shot three.
Yeah. I mean, man. Hey, I mean, who was that to say yesterday? Shannon Sharp said it's the light skin championship between Jason Tatum and Stephen Curry.
Right. I don't know if Jason Tatum light skin enough for this one.
He pretty light. He pretty light and curly hair.
Look,
and he got the curly hair.
Hey, but the Warriors got two of them.
Yeah, he might be outnumbered on the light skin.
That is true.
He might be outnumbered on the light. And then Jordan Poole,
too. If you add Derek White, I mean,
and Poole.
I don't know, but you died in Poole though. Poole been balling a little bit longer than Derek White.
Right. And then the brown skin one they got he a real brown skin black Air Force and Draymond Green.
They would have said this was the dark skin series. I might give it to Bossy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But should anybody watch the match? Anybody watch the golf match tonight?
Absolutely not.
With Tom Brady?
Yeah, I need to catch that.
Aaron Rodgers won. I caught the end.
You said what now?
Who won?
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Of course they did.
Oh my God.
He was out there being very goatish.
You see Josh Allen had golf balls with Tom Brady combine picture on there?
No. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because Tom Brady said Josh Allen ain't done nothing yet in this league to be considered elite.
Yeah. They was talking
but I gotta hear Skip Bayless talk about all this all day tomorrow.
Did you see Tom when he hit that hole in one though?
When late tonight?
Not
that was
tonight.
real?
I think it was a
commercial.
Yeah, you showed the drone shot. They showed the drone.
They showed the drone shot. It was that was a real shot.
Oh, I thought it was a commercial when I saw the drone shot. That's crazy.
It was a real shot from my understanding.
I'm so tired of Tom Brady winning ass.
Oh man, I hope this is it for him. He getting all that money, bro. Just go back in the sunset.
Go sit down and put your MAGA hat back on, Brady.
What's gonna do when his son come up and be the
you went too far, KB. You went too far.
Look, you saw he had that thing in his locker that interview. He was proud, boy. He took it down quick though, but he had it in there.
He did to support his friend.
That's why Peyton will always be the GOAT.
To you.
Yeah, to me.
And to the little Tennessee and Colts fans.
No, Brady, he the GOAT. I can't even take it from him. He there.
Icon, you on mute.
Icon, you on mute.
You on mute, Icon.
I said just like I know he the GOAT, but just like some people tired of doggone Tom Brady. I mean tired of LeBron, I'm tired of Tom Brady. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hating.
I'm tired of Nick Saban. I wish Nick Saban retired.
I can admit what I'm hating.
Saban stick around for about 2 more years.
Who?
I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Hey, well, let me ask y'all this then, Steve and KB especially, because well, all three of y'all. How do y'all feel? Do y'all think Sue is gonna hurt their defense? Like is that they're gonna make a major difference in him not coming back?
Not if Vita Vega stay healthy. They got that 350-pound defensive tackle, but he just can't stay healthy though. He's never been able to stay healthy a full season.
They just signed Akeem Hicks.
Oh, they did, yeah, and they did.
Yeah, so they fine.
He better than Sue, really, at this stage.
He younger, better. Yeah,
Because he said he might retire.
Aaron Donald said he's probably retiring. He said he only wanted to play 8 years, and he really ain't got much to play for at this point. Like he really may retire. I think if he don't get like some groundbreaking deal to keep him playing, I think he done.
Y'all saw he just signed with Donda with Kanye.
With Jason Brown.
Oh, Jalen Brown.
No, well, Jalen did, but his first one was Aaron Donald though.
Oh, well, Aaron Donald ain't going nowhere then. If he signed with Donda, he ain't going nowhere.
Look, he might sign up for something after.
Yeah, I think for a long time.
And then that's the thing too. And it's Kanye West and Antonio Brown together. Like, come on now. They partners, right?
I don't know
I heard that right.
I don't know. Answer AB has in it. Because I know it's all Kanye. Because Kanye got like the Donda School. He has teams and all that stuff. So I don't know how involved AB is as far as Donda Sports, but I mean, I think that's a signing. It's like signing for Rock Nation for management. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those. It might be something for his post-playing career, so he can still be in the world and getting deals and stuff outside of on the field.
Well, I wouldn't do nothing with Antonio Brown. I wouldn't sit down either sound with that dude. Anything might happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be nowhere near him.
He said he ain't playing this year.
But ain't nobody going. I don't think nobody gonna pick him up no way.
Somebody pick him up. When he went to did you see his interview with not I Am Athlete, but what's the other one with Ryan Clark and
Pivot. The Pivot.
Yeah, Pivot. He was on there and he was talking about his history with Bruce Arians and how it went back to Pittsburgh and how in Pittsburgh they didn't get along and Bruce Arians used to be down his neck and they used to go back and forth when he was in Pittsburgh. So it just kind of trickled over in Tampa Bay. Because remember, they only went to Tampa Bay because Brady wanted them.
Right.
Hey, what's the other dude on Pivot? Because it's Ryan Clark. What's the other dude that ain't talk real soft?
Fred Taylor.
Okay. Okay. And where did the other dude come from? He just they friend, they buddy or something?
Who, Ryan Clark?
No, it's three of them. It's Ryan Clark, it's Fred Taylor, and it's the other
Crowder.
Crowder.
It's Crowder.
Jamison Crowder.
Yeah, Florida great, and he was
okay.
From
Let him know he's a Gator.
Indianapolis. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I knew what he looked like. That's why I was like, who is this other cat? Because he be asking them Jacob type questions.
Yeah, he weird, man.
Yeah, he weird. Yeah,
he be having no question to throw you off. He be like, bruh, because remember they had Stephen A on there, and he kept asking Stephen A about his girl. Like, bro, we got at least see a picture of her or something. Like, where she at? I'm like, golly, dude, like, are you trying to holler or something?
Yeah, he a weirdo, man. But
he is weird.
I like how like their podcast when they split up. I definitely was like, dang, but I like the Pivot. Like Pivot seems to be a little like I don't know. It seemed like it's a little better than I Am Athlete.
Yeah, because I think Ryan Clark makes the difference.
Yeah. Who was on the other? Who was on I Am Athlete?
Chad Ochocinco and Brandon Marshall.
Okay, yeah. I think more because Brandon Marshall had just left. Speak for yourself. What's it called? First Things First. So I think that was his pivot to do like that was his pivot. No pun intended to move over to that world once he left that show or whatever. So,
I thought he was doing both of them. I thought he was doing the show and doing that podcast.
But I think he was trying to be more focused on it though, like more focused, like give more time to that, or didn't. you know, a lot of them cats, man, they don't really like all that getting up in the morning and somebody telling them what to do. They don't like being in that world, like, you know what I'm saying, every day like that. I think that's kind of what I don't think he like that having to be somewhere every day, you know, type of deal like that. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
and
The
be the
money
boss.
all the way. Because you know, it take a minute for them to really start making real money, like start making like, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. money. It take a minute for them to start
They
making
ain't
that
getting
kind of
that
money.
anyway. Right.
Uh,
They ain't getting that.
you said they ain't
Yeah.
getting that.
Yeah, I said you right because they not getting that.
Exactly, especially the ones over at ESPN. I don't know what FS1 paying people, but I think they pay. I think in some circumstances they pay them a little bit better. At least treat them better. Yeah, they don't put it like this. They don't treat them like a slave almost, where if they give you all that money, oh yeah, you work in morning, you work in the evening, you working at night. Like they be having Stephen A. at like, boy, that Joker don't
But
sleep.
look how much money they pay him though.
Right,
He
like,
getting paid now $10 million. You gonna
right.
work?
You
I
gotta be.
get it, but I'm just
What
saying,
ain't he the only black one left on the for real from the squad? All
dang
of
it.
them left.
All and don't nobody really fool with him like that. I remember who was that was talking about him last week, couple of weeks ago. It was one of the old people on there, and they was saying that they didn't really rock with Steve. Like they was like basically Skip Bayless was like he was quiet, whatever he was whatever laid back. Shannon, it was Rob Parker didn't really fool with Stephen A. like that.
Oh, child, I hate Rob Parker.
Him. It was somebody else though was talking about him too. It was a female that was talking about him. I forgot what I think it was. I don't think it was. I
It
forgot
want
who.
it want my it want Carrie or Janelle was it?
Jamel. It wasn't one of them. It was somebody totally different than even them two. But they was talking about how they didn't really fool with Stephen A. because he just wasn't they cup of tea. Like he just wasn't somebody they just could see themselves to be around or whatever. But I know Rob Parker definitely didn't like. He didn't really fool with him. He kind of like was being nice about it, but Rob Parker and I'm with you, Crystal. I ain't never like Rob. It's his voice. Like he's
Right.
crying.
And he's
He was
smug.
whiny. Huh?
And he's smug. No.
Yeah. And it's just like, and then his
Stephen A.
answers
remind me of
always don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Stephen A. remind me of the Samuel L. Jackson character in Django. I'm not a Stephen A.
No,
fan.
you
He
ain't
hates
do that man like
Brady
that,
and he
did you?
hates Braun.
You ain't
Hey
do him like
man,
that, did you?
hey look man, if you black and you athlete and you don't walk that fine line, he don't rock you. He like the Bill Cosby of
Wait,
sports
Kwame
commentating.
Brown Jr.
I'm telling
Hey man, I just
Uh,
like
Hey,
it just
I feel you though. I feel you on that. Like Kwame Brown pointed it out though. He was like, if you think about it, like when Stephen A. talk about a black athlete, he go in, but he talk about a white athlete, he kind of like sugarcoat it a little bit, or be kind of like soft with it, and then he don't really go all the way in like he should. And it's like, but when it's a brother, oh yeah, he gonna give him the business. And then my whole thing with Kyrie Irving was, I agree with everybody kind of agree with the whole Kyrie Irving situation. But you ain't got to keep saying, "Oh, you come for me, and you ain't gonna get the last word. It ain't gonna never happen in this lifetime. You ain't gonna never get the last word." Like, bruh, Steve, you act like somebody's scared of you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you
right.
took some boxing lessons, everybody's supposed to be scared of you all of a sudden.
Look, and then be mad when he give insider information and it be wrong as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody give him nothing. Nobody tell him nothing.
Not anymore, because all he got thing he got to hold on to is that whole relationship he got with AI. Yeah, it's like my little brother. And I'm like, dog, I love AI. He one of my favorite players of all time. But AI ain't been relevant in a long time, bro. Stop it. Just
But
be
that's
done.
how he got that's how he rose to the top though. Just like
Exactly.
Brian Windhorst got LeBron, that's why he's on everything. Is this
Mm-hmm.
coverage of LeBron? That's the same thing with Stephen A. His coverage of AI is what got him, and then he added to he's a personality because they gonna keep him around because until he does something that's too far that they can't keep him, but they gonna keep him around because you got Saturday Night Live people imitating him. You got, you know what I'm saying? They doing skits about
Mm-hmm.
him. So
Mm-hmm.
A
he's
professional
dramatic with
troll.
that fake laugh that he do every time about the Dallas Cowboy. All that stuff. he played a game, really. That's really
That's
what he
what
does
the
because he's
Yeah.
totally different. When you see him on the interviews, like he did what's Matt Barnes them. The
So
smoke.
all the smoke.
Yeah, all the smoke. He did that one like 2 years ago. He's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
totally
different. When
different.
you see him. Yeah, he's a totally different person. That's how you know he's some of that is acting. He's a personality.
But he
So
admitted to that though. He admitted to that. He said that he was on the Pivot podcast, and he was talking
Mhm.
about how when he home he more laid back, more whatever. He not all that rah rah. He don't really talk that much or whatever. So he knows like when the cameras come on, he said for him to get his point across, he got to be more passionate and animated about what he's saying. So he kind of admitted it to a certain degree. That is kind of I ain't gonna say an act, but it's kind of one of those things where he know he got to put on for the city in order for
He got
people
to
to
shuck
be
and jive
yeah.
and
So
tap
yeah,
dance.
just a bit.
He got
But I
shuck
ain't
and
saying I
jive.
might second job for 10 million too, and y'all can call me what you want to call me, but don't call
Hey,
me. Oh,
look, I don't like how he did Max, so I don't
yeah,
like seeing that.
he did do Max dirty though.
He did
But
Max
Max didn't know
dirty.
what the hell he was talking about.
Huh?
Max didn't know what the hell he was talking
Max should have never been on there in the first place.
about. Hell
Max
no.
no boxing though. Max no boxing.
How much do they talk about boxing? They talk about boxing like twice a year. You know what I'm saying? So what they talk about? You know what I'm saying? It's like two good fights a
I
year that
like
they
his
talk about.
LeBron takes. Max stayed defending LeBron.
Him and Shannon. Oh, them. Hey, I thought I was a Brian fan, but ain't nobody bigger fan than Shannon and Shannon Sharp. Him and
Nick
well, I
Wright.
was gonna say
Oh,
Nick
Nick
you
Wright.
and
Wright.
Nick
Yeah,
Wright.
that's what I
Nick
said.
Them
Wright.
Nick
three.
Wright. Hey man, Uncle Shannon. That's Unc man.
Oh yeah. Shannon Sharp, boy, you better not say nothing bad about LeBron, boy. He gonna go in. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all seen that video of him dancing doing the
That
what,
electric slide.
electric slide?
Who? Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy, big country boy.
You know, I ain't seen that.
Country no rhythm.
boy, no rhythm. I'm telling
No, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that.
you. Big and stiff. Oh man, it's funny.
I gotta check that out. What's it on? Like TikTok or something?
I don't know. I'm gonna send it to you.
Me
I'm gonna
too.
Yeah, it was funny. First of all, he's just bigger than everybody around him. He looks like a freaking mountain. But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, because at this point he big for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? That man just trying to stay in shape. He
I'm
never know
just
when he might have to run run to the 50 or something.
Right.
you know what I'm
I
saying,
did,
well,
I did put it in the group in the chat. Y'all go yeah.
I think him and what's his name? Him and TK Kirkland battling who gonna be the biggest, strongest dark skinned dudes at 80.
Shannon, that dude. That dude, crazy.
But
Get
yeah,
down.
man. Shit. I don't know what else to talk about. They covered everything for the night, for the week. So sure, I guess we gotta take it up out of here or whatever. But yeah, we back here on Sunday morning. Oh, Sunday morning we will just let everybody know. Sunday morning we will be live on Roku channel, on the Roku channel. So I'm getting everything set up right as we speak. I actually been texting the dude back and forth while we've been online right now. So we gonna get everything set up this Sunday on the Roku channel, or whatever. So basically, everybody can start following us through that. I mean, through that, we send everybody to that. Eventually, I'm gonna get a website set up that's gonna have everything on it. I'm gonna put all the shows, everything on this one website, so we can funnel all the stuff there. You know what I'm saying? So we have 10 different platforms of doing 10 different things. And you can kind of use y'all platforms for more like highlight and clips and stuff like that and break it down. You know what I'm saying? YouTube channels do like sort of like maybe like a Vlad type thing or some of these other things where they take clips of your shows and then put them in like that versus you put the whole show every time. So whatever. So you can start doing that. You know what I mean? So but it definitely, because like I said, it's with Roku, Fire Stick, and it's partnered up through iHeartRadio. So, you know what I mean? So we'll be able to be real creative and do a lot of different things with it. When it comes to that. Even I've thought about we probably even gonna even do like a artist spotlight where we may play somebody's video or song on episodes and maybe even do like a quick, like they come in 2-3 minute quick interview, who you are, what's the name of your song, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Play the song, keep it moving, type deal. You know what I'm saying? And then I put their videos up on the channel and all that kind of stuff for like a month or whatever, a week or whatever the case may be. So it's like different things you can do, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can play with it the same way, figure out different ways to be creative. If y'all want to go something outside of the sports lane, but we all know sports and hip hop go together. You know what I'm saying? Or sports and music in general go together. So it's like, you almost can't have one without the other in a lot of cases. So also we're gonna have a new theme song, working on commercial. That's why I asked y'all for y'all pictures a few weeks back. So I'm gonna do like a video montage, like commercial, and a video, and a new kind of like theme song type of deal. So it's gonna be. I got my son already working on that now. So it's gonna be more like. So I'm trying to make the production better as we move forward, or whatever. So I'm definitely gonna have that. So, like I said, man, this thing taking off. This train is moving in a whole different direction. So like almost every week something else happening.
Fast, get some sponsors, some advertisers. Put some change in my pocket.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of this too. That's the whole purpose of getting, because I got people already hitting me up thinking we automatically doing artists and stuff. But that's the main thing, is to try to get the sponsors and endorsements. So that's gonna be the thing. I think the channel is would be what do it, because a lot of people will actually watch Roku channels. So I think that's gonna be the thing that's gonna push people to really get behind what we're doing when it comes to sponsoring and stuff like that. So talking to a liquor sponsor, a guy that has a liquor company. So I'm supposed to be talking to him or whatever.
Good. So every time we have a show, I'm gonna be drinking the liquor.
Right. I need a bottle. I'll send you my address. I need a bottle every other week.
So I'm gonna get with him on that or whatever. It's like a fruit punch flavor too.
Hey man, you see how Diddy do with Ciroc? Them Ciroc boys. Look, we need bottles behind us.
That's right.
Bottles
in the shot. We need a bottle be in everybody's camera.
Like drink champs out here.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, Deleon sponsorship.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But anyway, man, y'all have a good night. Catch y'all two on Saturday morning, or whatever. So we're gonna launch everything Sunday morning, and then we're gonna launch y'all's next Saturday morning. So we're gonna introduce everybody this Sunday morning, 910 Sports on Roku, and then from there, y'all gonna be in rotation every Saturday with y'all. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
So is it gonna be like when we're live like this, it's gonna be live on TV too, or is it gonna be like a delay, or?
It's gonna be live on TV.
Man, now I gotta get up and wash my face.
Yeah, so you don't want to be looking crazy. You on camera, just know.
Man,
we gonna be
cut my hair.
If you don't want to be looking crazy on camera, and hey, I suggest you guys go. Yeah, just
I'm trying to lose the
just put your picture up like I do. I'm laying in the bed.
You better get up 5-10 minutes early. Wash your face and brush your teeth.
Look, I'll throw a snapback on real quick. And now I got to iron my shirt. Lord have mercy, I can't.
Hey. I'm trying to help you retire where you can lay on that doggone couch every night.
Look, hey man, that's the goal. I'm trying to do that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help us all get to that bag. My wife keep telling me, she like, I need you back home so you can doggone be doing this podcasting from the house. So, hey, it is what it is. So anyway, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like we get at it. So, I told Steve earlier that y'all can do the recap, the 10-minute, 15-minute recap thing. Because I know we were supposed to do it a couple of nights ago, but it's been mad crazy the last couple of nights. And I've been getting in my room too late. So basically, if y'all want to do like a 10-minute recap on like the weekend sports, Y'all can pick something to even debate about, like Nick Saban or something. I don't know, and just go back real quick and back and forth for 10, 15 minutes, and then you know what I'm saying. Send that to me. I'm gonna send it over to the DJ Coalition people, so we start working on the sports radio station that we're supposed to be on launching too. So we're supposed to do
So
like a radio station.
does it have to be sport? Can we do like sports and music together?
I mean, if you want to do it that way, that's fine.
All right.
That's even better, probably. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bet. Steve, you want to just knock that out now?
I mean, if you want to.
I mean, I guess we get off and do another recording. We'll do a recording on here so you can just pull it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right, man. All right, y'all be blessed. Be safe out there.
Yep.